I'm not here alone. I'm here with Mr. T. Sleep him there. So my first experience as victim advocates look like this. First experience at the police station, accompany the victim girl of a sexual assault case in one of the police stations. The girl I was working with has to tell her story in front of the policemen and other people who came to file police report for other cases. Right in front of her, she feels like she's losing her dignity. She feels shameful. She felt so small because she had to tell her story about sexually abused in a very insecure place. I came back feeling very angry with the system. I feel like I failed her in some way. That could there be something better? So instead of using this anger against the system, so we turn this anger into inspiration and create partnership. What I've learned is change takes time. I'm sure everyone have really beautiful experience with Thai police here. So my inspiration is to find and inspire the next generation of law enforcement heroes. And it proves that it can happen. They need to know that they need to be part of the healing of the victims. You need to understand that police, law enforcement were trained just to how to bring justice to the offender. They weren't really trained of how to be sensitive and loving to everyone who suffer from our pain. Not that they are bad people, but in that case, I said they need not just women. Most of our social workers, the majority are women. Why the sexual abuser, the statistic even globally, the abuser are men. And I feel the responsibility, the calling that we need to work with them and inspire them to be the part of this change. So now, my dream come true when I founded this with some of the Thai police, the first children advocacy center in Chiang Mai, Thailand. After 1 year working with the police, Key One in Bangkok, now we have Child Advocacy Center in Pattaya and in Phuket, started by loyal Thai police and funded by them. Though I was hired as a tip report hero, not that I give a lot of tips to people. It's a trafficking in persons report hero of 2017. I'm actually not the hero. They are the victims who speak up for themselves, who go through the justice system in Thailand, which is so hard, of how many times they have to tell the story of abuse to the investigators, to the police, to the prosecutors, to the social workers in court. We do this, and also the heroes should be the law enforcement, that they should take part of this journey, and I make sure that they did. And also my team, some of the people in this room are my heroes, are my inspiration. They know who you are. And if you are the grant writer, you know the keyword, input, output, outcome. Now, our donor add an extra word called use of output. What the heck is the use of output? So when we went to the training, said, it's the miracle. You can't explain. I said, okay. So as you say, the bridge we're trying to cross is from the mind to the heart. the law enforcement or even social worker, if you train in theories, you have the knowledge of law. But if the attitude is not with it, is not in harmony, victims or children will not be protected. So now, the first time I learned by heart the use of output in this case of the law enforcement. So we founded as well the Thailand Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force of Thailand in 2016. That last year we trained over 40 volunteer police who are willing to work with child victims. This year alone, they put over 50 cases, protect over hundreds of victims, using child center, the best interest of the child, victim, and the use of output. The miracle is when I came back from getting the award from the State Department, they made Mr. T for me. But beyond that, they make that bear. They surprised me, said, "Oh, we make more bears." I said, "For what?" "We want to give them to all the victims." Because now that experience changed. They not just arrest and leave. They found out that majority of their victims have to leave their home and lose everything they have. Clothes, they have to move right away from the unsafe situation. A lot of the abusers are the people in the family. So now that we see that's a miracle, and you said there is a hope for justice with love. Thank you.